time heals all wounds, or time heals, or give it time and you'll feel better. Well, let's pause and let's step back a minute. Let's think about cancer. One receives a diagnosis of cancer. Is the advice ever simply to just give it time? Let's say somebody has really high blood pressure, high blood sugar. Is the advice ever just to give it some time? Let's say someone has an open sore on their leg, big infected thing. Is the advice ever going to be just give it time? How about if you break your arm, break your leg? My goodness. How would you feel if someone said just give it some time? Don't worry, it's going to feel better. Just give it some time. I think you'd instantly know that that advice is no good, no bueno, not helpful. Yet for whatever reason, myself included, I took that piece of misinformation through life with me until I learned something different. I believed that time would heal wounds. And once I really got honest with myself, I realized time hadn't done a gosh dang thing. It had simply moved by. But really, all the effects of those undealt with emotional wounds were still there. I became a people pleaser. I became fear-based. I was so afraid of what people thought of me, what they might be thinking, what they might not think, what they expected of me. So I needed to meet all their expectations. You know what? I'm going to do better than that. I'm going to pre-meet their expectations. That might be known as perfectionism, performance. I'm going to pray all the things before they actually happen. And then I would feel like a failure when the things did happen because I must not have prayed enough. So then I started to take through ideas of shame. If things didn't work out, I felt embarrassed. I felt ashamed. I felt unworthy. Not enough. It was just messy. I was messy. I'm not perfect now. But I was definitely far more messy before the grief recovery method. And I wonder who of you out there is using that concept of time heals all wounds. And have you ever paused to evaluate if it really does? Because those emotional wounds from the things that have hurt you, the things you wish could have been different or better, the hopes that weren't met, the dreams that died and fizzled, the expectations that just went into the air, poof, never were met. How'd that really leave you feeling? And did time passing actually help you? Or did you just feel like, well, I just need to put more boundaries? How many boundaries can you put up before you are stuck in a hole? When you are boundarying yourself, you're not necessarily healing yourself or recovering. How long is it before you become boxed in? I don't know. There's no magic one-way answer, is there? What I do know is that time by itself is not a healer, that we need to take very specific action inside of time to heal, whether it's for cancer, high blood pressure, high sugar, maybe your health has taken a hit in other types of ways. I don't know what it is. It would be blasphemous for me to tell you, just give it some time and you will feel better. That's not true. You're going to have to take different action. The only difference between emotional wounds and physical health wounds is that the type of action is going to be a little bit different. They're still going to require action though, aren't they? So consider that. Consider if you think that because 20 years have passed, you're no longer affected. Is that actually true? What are the secret behaviors that you've picked up because of that wound that wasn't properly healed? What are the secret attitudes you maintain because the depths of those emotional wounds weren't truly healed and recovered from? What did you take forward? What beliefs do you have about yourself because you didn't spend the time, you didn't know how, you didn't have the information available to you at that time to truly help yourself feel better? Well, now that you're getting new information, what's preventing you from going back in to make sure that wound truly heals properly. What holds you back? The grief recovery method is step by evidence-based step to help you truly feel better and have lasting results from your emotional wounds, from the secret stuff swirling around inside of your heart. What's your life worth to you without all of that secret stuff? What kind of freedom could you have? What kind of joy might you make space to receive? I don't know. Only you do. Can we be curious together? Can we consider enrolling in a grief recovery method class together so that you can truly have an improvement on the way that you feel? I hope your answer is yes, and I hope to see you in class, because time moving isn't helping you, but specific action will. I love you.